Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. And I wanted to say that I'm pretty excited about this. Whether it sounds like it or not, October baseball. Who doesn't love it? Watching those three teams leave the postseason in the last 2 days was just absolutely painful. It was painful for me to watch the Braves just get pummeled. I think it was more painful to watch the biggest collapse in the last 6 years, watching the Dodgers and Clayton Kershaw. And I just made a video about it, but honestly, the timing, Juan Soto, Anthony Rendon, lights lights out at the last three at bats in a row. And you have to question, when you look at the body of work of Juan Soto and Anthony Rendon, was it really Clayton Kershaw? And you know what? Pitching usually supersedes batting. So it's really hard to say. You guys have to make the decision for yourself. Some people will say it was Kershaw and his history and his body of work. But when you walk up to the plate and you're convinced yourself you are absolutely 100% going to get a hit, then, there's something to be said for that. And the look in Juan Soto's eyes was just like, I'm doing something here. Rendon, the same thing. But in a way, that this part of our journey is becoming a repeat of the 2017 season. But of course, the beginning part with Tampa Bay, and the way it's going to finish with the St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals. The experts are predicting the St. Louis Cardinals to come out of this. And it depends, how you look at it, but because of the lack of depth on the Nationals, they are more built for a 5-game series, to take in a winner take all game, to just shock the world. And can they shock it in a 7-game series? Well, the experts are saying no. So, 51% chance you're looking at the Cardinals going to the World Series. So that will be the next opponent for the Astros of the Yankees. And it's just fun to speculate and think about these things. Right in our face right now, we have the New York Yankees, which were pretty much the second best team in the league, because I've always believed that the AL teams are a little bit stronger. And there's a couple reasons for that. That's one, because their pitcher doesn't bat, and the Yankees are a Goliath, but the Astros have a chance to make history right now. And I wanted to kind of make a separate video about it, but I decided to just do a rant, and hopefully you guys catch this part of it. But in the history of the Yankees since Babe Ruth, since the 20s, the Yankees have never not gone to a World Series in any decade, including the 2000s and 2010s. Or they haven't gone in the 2010s, excuse me. And the only thing stopping them from going from 2010 through 2019 to a World Series, which they haven't gone in the last 10 years, is the Houston Astros. So the Houston Astros, it's kind of ironic. And if you don't see the irony, is that I believe, subtract 9, 18 of their 27 world championship became pre-expansion. And the Astros are an expansion team. So if somebody, believe me, there's no catching up to the Yankees history. There's just not. You can't catch up to Babe Ruth. You cannot catch up to Murderers Row. You cannot catch up to the Joe DiMaggio, Yogi Berra years. Yogi Berra has 10 championships. There's no catching their history. But we can take steps in creating a new history, and we can take steps in being taking part of the Yankees' history away. And the one thing from stopping them is the Houston Astros. If I haven't explained it well, I'm sorry, but basically they have not reached the World Series in the 2010s, and it's 2019, and if we stop them here, they will have not reached for the first decade since Babe Ruth, 1920 or 22, 1920. So it's interesting to think about and speculate about. And I've always said the essence of baseball is pitching. So I do believe they're bringing out their best shot in round one with Tanaka. Tanaka's pitching lights out, but It's Tanaka versus Greinke. Greinke had a bad outing last time, as we all know. I still believe in Greinke 100%, and I believe in our team. So I do think that having the game at Minute Maid Park means everything. And we had a great season, and no matter what happens, we made sure that we had home field advantage. And if you look at uh, our yearly record with them, we went 4-3 against the Yankees. So there's nothing to say that we don't have a great opportunity to take the Yankees out this time. And so looking at those pieces, I do go in with confidence. Do I go in with the most confidence? I don't know. Some of my subscribers have a lot more confidence than me, and I'm glad that you guys have that. I'm not into fear mongering. I do think we're going to win this series. So I'm looking forward to it. The elements of it being a rematch of we went through the Yankees to get our first ring, the evolution of us taking out the Yankees in 2015 and 17 and evolving into this moment. If we take them out again, there's something to be said about everybody said this: the Yankees Astros is the most anticipated matchup of the year. That puts us on a near even playing field with the Yankees. There's a changing of the guard. It's a metaphor. There's literally a changing of the guard. So the metaphor is there's actual physical changing of the guard, which is like, the guards, for example, at London Tower. And the metaphor is the changing of the guard in baseball, which would be, the Astros becoming the new face of baseball. We will never, ever overtake their history, but we can become an elite team, and an elite team wins 100 games or more. An elite team takes on the best of the best, and I've said it several times. The big flaw in thinking you're the best is, in order to be the best, you got to beat the best. And that's the Astros and the Yankees, and they get to play each other. So whoever comes out of this can be very confident going into the World Series, and it should be super interesting this watching this new version of the Yankees. Also, we've upgraded our team. Garrett Cole was not part of the team 2 years ago, and he's pitching lights out. We have Justin Verlander, and that went on short rest. Remember that. I don't discount Verlander, and I'm not worried about Verlander personally. At least that's the pitcher I'm worried about the absolute least is Verlander and Cole. So those two guys are just amazing. Pitching supersedes batting, and if Verlander and Cole get 2 swings each, that ensures us 4 games there. Could we even win 5? Hypothetically, in a kind of alternative reality, yeah, we could win 5. But these Yankees are not going to sit down and just not play. So I do believe this is going to go to 7 games. Well, can it go to 6? Okay, maybe. But this is going to go to 7. It's going to be in Minute Maid Park, and we're going to pull out Garrett Cole, Justin Verlander. It's going to be basically who takes the first swings. It's going to be really interesting. I say knock them out early. You never know in baseball. It's a finicky game. Could we sweep them? Anything is possible. Are they going to sweep us? Hell no. No, they're not going to sweep us. It's not going to be like last year, Red Sox. But we've gotten this far, and I think it's going to be a magical year for us. Have we had some problems along the way? Yeah, and I think all of us have overlooked the fact that Tampa Bay Rays had our number all year long. In a way, that it was our toughest customer. And man, Tampa Bay was not easy. Congrats to you guys. You guys are a thorn in our side. You're a thorn in everybody's side, and you guys have a great future coming along. And being in the AL, it's just not an easy road for us. Sweet looking hit there by Michael Brantley. This is where things start getting moving. Do recommend you guys buy this game. I was looking at previous iterations. Like I said, this is just a big rant. I was looking at previous iterations, and I wanted to make a video about it singularly, and I'm sure you guys will watch it too. And thank you for that. I appreciate all my subscribers. But I'll tell you this. When you go back to MLB The Show 14, 14 does not hold up. That's almost like a PlayStation 3 version on the PlayStation 4, and it just doesn't hold up. But I like looking at the old lineups, so I still mess around and toy around with all of those lineups. And that's when John Lester was still on the Oakland A's. And, that was one of my favorite games. So I actually played like wild card games with the Royals and the A's and stuff like that. And looking at, it's kind of funny to look at, Altuve back then. And he had the more clean cut version now that the trend since 2017 is moving towards the beards. But when you look at the 2015 or 16 Astros, you can still see, especially the 15, you can see Carlos Correa without the beard. You can see George Springer all clean cut. And now they all want to do this kind of like, facial hair thing. I could be wrong about this, but I don't think I've ever had facial hair for one single day in my life. Oh, wait. No. When I was 19, for about 2 days, I tried a mustache, and it was the ugliest thing on me of all time. And so anyway, I'm not sure in real life he would have got that. That was a bad throw. Unbelievable. I don't think I can steal like that in real life. But I was having fun, and it's a video game, so I just kind of start stealing the bases and see what happens. I don't think anybody's going to steal third in real life. I believe with Bregman up to bat, they'll let Bregman swing away, and maybe a hit and run situation like which I'm gonna pull right here. And on this pitch or the next pitch, I believe you're gonna see it. No, maybe it's 2 pitches down. You're gonna see me hit and run off third base, which easily scores the man on second. Back to the MLB The Show. The MLB The Show, even when you get to 15, things start to liven up. The pitches start to look real. The pitches start to look harder. The stadiums start to look more real. A couple things they didn't get down is they didn't get down the animations, and they didn't get down the depth perception in 15. But once you get to 17, besides the rosters, the fun thing about 17, MLB The Show 17, is you get our World Series roster with Marwin Gonzalez and Brian McCann, and it's just a lot of fun to play. But they got the depth perception down. They've even got like the challenge of the week in 17. They've got the menus down. And it's just, basically the only thing they've changed in 19, let's say from 17, is they've really got the textures and lighting down, and kind of almost the cinematic transitions. So what I'm really talking about is the shoe polish stuff, the lighting, the textures, making the depth perception look even a little bit better. The depth perception in 17 looked great, and the cinematic transitions between innings, just in the sound, they kind of just put this massive shoe polish on top of everything and made it look better and better. But if you play 17 or 18 or even 16, you're going to be just fine with those iterations of the game. Anyway, that's my rant. My video is almost over here, so I'm just going to button things up, and I'm looking forward to every moment. My prediction, if you guys want me to throw it out there, is let's say Astros in 6 or 7, hopefully in 6. I don't want to be cheated out of baseball, so I want us to go through the drama of feeling the ups and downs and ebb and flow of the game. Overall, on paper, I think we're a better team. Also, I think we have more heart and soul than them, more pitching depth, and our batting lineup, virtually matches theirs too. So I say Astros in 6 or 7. Anyway, that's my video. Hopefully you guys liked it. And if you did, please like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time.
The Astros lead it 2-0.